I never thought I'd be that guy. You know, the one people talk about behind closed doors. This all started about a year ago, when I moved to a new city for work. I didn't know anyone there. No friends, no family, just a small rented apartment, a boring 9-to-5 job, and way too much free time. At first, it was fine. I told myself I needed a fresh start. But loneliness hits different when there's no one to even text. That's when I started spending more time online, especially on Reddit. Late nights turned into early morning. I'd scroll through stories, confessions, drama, real people living messy lives. It felt weirdly comforting. And then I found her. She wasn't someone I knew in real life. She was just a username. But her posts, they stood out. She wrote about her life like it was a movie, toxic relationships, secret hookups, crazy decisions. It was chaotic but honest. And I couldn't stop reading. Eventually, I did something I usually never do. I messaged her. I expected nothing. But she replied. At first, it was casual. Just random conversations about life, jokes, sharing stories. But then it got deeper. We started talking every day. Then every night. She told me things she said she'd never told anyone. About her past. About her mistakes. And I did the same. It felt real. Too real. And here's the thing. I didn't even know her real name. After a few weeks, things started getting intense. She became the first person I'd talk to when I woke up. The last person before I went to sleep. We weren't just chatting anymore. We were emotionally. She started calling me. At first, I hesitated. But when I finally picked up, her voice wasn't what I expected. It was calm. Soft. Almost careful. Not like the chaotic person she seemed online. That should have been my first red flag. But I ignored it. Weeks turned into months. And then she started hinting at meeting in real life. I didn't know what to think. Part of me was excited. Another part of me felt something was off. So I did something I'm not proud of. I tried to find her. I went through her old posts. Comments. Little details she dropped accidentally. A city name. A job reference. A photo she once described. And slowly, I pieced it together. I found her Instagram. But the moment I opened it, my stomach dropped. The girl in the photos was not the person I imagined. Not because of looks. Because I had already seen her before. In real life. Not just once. Every day. She worked in the same building as me. Different floor. Different department. We had even taken the same elevator a few times. And the worst part. She acted like she didn't know me. At all. So I tested something. The next day, I walked past her at work. Looked straight at her. Nothing. No reaction. But that night, she messaged me like usual. Like nothing happened. That's when I realized. She was hiding something. And I was already too deep in it. Have we ever met in real life? She paused. For a long time. Then she said. No. Why would you ask that? She lied. I knew she lied. But instead of confronting her, I played along. For days. Watching. Waiting. And then one night, everything broke. She called me, but something was different. She sounded nervous. Panicked. And then she said something that changed everything. I think someone is watching me. At first, I thought she was joking. She wasn't. She started describing things, footsteps outside her apartment, random noises, someone knocking late at night. And then, she said her address. The same building. The same building I lived in. Just a few floors above me. My heart dropped. All this time, we were living in the same place. Talking every night. Pretending we didn't know each other. Or at least, she was pretending. I ran upstairs. I don't even know why. Instinct, I guess. When I reached her floor, the hallway was empty. Silent. Her door was slightly open. And I swear, I heard someone inside. Not just her. Someone else. I pushed the door. Slowly. And what I saw didn't make sense. The apartment looked staged. Too clean. Too empty. Like no one really lived there. And then I saw her. Sitting on the floor. Looking at me like she'd been expecting me. She didn't look scared. She looked relieved. And then she said, "So you finally figured it out." My brain just froze. "What are you talking about?" She smiled. Not in a normal way. More like someone who had been hiding something for a long time. "You weren't supposed to find me this fast." And then she told me the truth. She had been writing those confessions. About me. Everything I told her. Everything I shared. She turned it into stories. Posted them online. Twisted them. Exaggerated them. And people loved it. Thousands of upvotes. Hundreds of comments. I wasn't just talking to her. I was her content. The entire time. And the reason she pretended not to know me? She wanted it to feel more real. More raw. More anonymous. I felt sick. Used. Stupid. And then she said something I'll never forget. "Don't worry. I changed some details. No one knows it's you." That didn't make it better. At all. I left. Didn't say anything. Didn't look back. The next day I moved out. Blocked her everywhere. Deleted my accounts. But sometimes, late at night, I still wonder, how many of those stories are still about me? And how many people are reading them, thinking it's just fiction? I think I accidentally ruined someone's life. Or maybe they ruined mine first. A few months ago, I started a new job working night shifts at a small office building. Nothing special, security desk, cameras, logging entries. Quiet. Boring. Honestly, that's why I took it. Less people. Less stress. Most nights, nothing happened. I'd just sit there, watch the monitors, scroll my phone. Until one night, something changed. At exactly 2:17 a.m., one of the motion sensors on the 4th floor triggered. That wasn't normal. That floor was empty. Completely unused. No offices, no staff, nothing. I checked the cameras. Nothing. No movement. No person. Just an empty hallway. So I ignored it. Probably a glitch. But then it happened again. 2:17 a.m. Same floor. Same sensor. This time, I watched more carefully. And I swear, for just a second, I saw a shadow move across the hallway. After that night, I couldn't stop thinking about it. So the next shift, I paid attention. 2:16 a.m. Nothing. 2:17 a.m. The sensor triggered again. This time, I didn't hesitate. I grabbed the keys and went upstairs. The building was dead silent. No elevators running. Just the hum of lights. When I reached the 4th floor, I felt it immediately. That weird feeling. Like you're not alone. I walked down the hallway slowly. Checked every corner. Every door. Nothing. Completely empty. But when I turned around, one of the doors at the end of the hallway was open. I froze. I was sure it was closed before. I didn't hear it open. I didn't see anyone. But it was open now. I walked closer. Inside was just an old office room. Dusty. And used. Except there was a chair in the middle, facing the door. And on it, a phone. Screen on. Recording. My heart started racing. I picked it up, and what I saw made my stomach drop. It was recording me. From behind. Like someone had been standing there. Just seconds ago. I turned around fast. No one. Nothing. Just an empty hallway. That's when I realized something. This wasn't random. Someone knew I would come. I should have left it alone. I really should have. But instead, I went deeper. I took the phone, went back to the security room, and watched the recording. At first, it was just me walking into the room. But then, at the very end of the video, there was a reflection. In the glass behind me, someone standing there. Tall. Still. Watching me. But I swear, there was no one there when I turned around. The next night, I came in early. Checked everything. All doors locked. All cameras working. Nothing unusual. But at 2:17 a.m., all the monitors went black. Every single one. At the same time. For about 5 seconds. And when they came back, every camera was showing the same thing. Not different angles. Not different rooms. The same exact hallway. The 4th floor. And in the middle of it, someone standing there, looking directly into the camera. Not moving, just standing. I zoomed in, and that's when everything fell apart. It was me, wearing the same clothes. Same face. Same everything. Just staring. Smiling. I immediately ran upstairs. I don't even know why. Panic, I guess. When I got to the hallway, it was empty. No one there. No version of me. Nothing. But at the end of the corridor, that same room door was open again. I didn't want to go inside. But I did. And there it was. The chair. The phone. Recording again. I picked it up, hands shaking, and played the video. It showed me, standing in the hallway, looking straight at the camera, smiling. But I never did that. I never stood there. I never smiled. And then, at the end of the video, that version of me stepped closer to the camera and whispered, "You weren't supposed to notice." I quit the next day. Didn't explain anything. Didn't go back. A week later, I got a call from my old boss. He sounded confused. He asked me why. I was still showing up to work. I told him I wasn't. He went quiet. Then he said, "Well, someone who looks exactly like you has been working your shifts." I hung up, changed my number, moved out, and I haven't slept normally since. Because sometimes, at exactly 2:17 a.m., my phone lights up with a notification from a number that doesn't exist. Just one message. "I'm still covering your shift."